Hello from Centrebet Stadium in Penrith, where the Panthers host the Eels. Just the one change for the home team, with Trent Waterhouse succumbing to a knee injury. He will miss for the first time this season for the Panthers, replaced by Nathan Smith. Michael Jennings returns for the first time since round 13, which was also his 100th game. The Panthers welcoming having Petro Civoniceva and Luke Lewis now fresh after the Origin period. The visitors have made changes like they did last week, which worked well for them against the Tigers. Jared Hayne goes to the 5/8 role. Luke Burt into the fullback role. Eduarte Wasili is into the starting lineup, and onto the bench comes Pat O'Hanlon. Of course, it is game number 300 for the captain, Nathan Hindmarsh. Jared Maxwell, the senior referee tonight. His pocket referee, Alan Shortall. In the video box is Phil Cooley, waiting for a final go-ahead. And then Nathan Hindmarsh will get going in game 300. The roar comes from the Parramatta fans, and Penrith look at Big Petro take the first hit up. Now Nigel Plum up to the 30-metre line. We are sure that Parramatta are hell-bent on victory tonight. For a man involved in that tackle, his 10,630th tackle right there for Nathan Hindmarsh. He's averaging 44 a game this season over his career. It's up to 36, and there's a mistake from Penrith in the first set, straight over the sideline. Not the way the home team would have wanted to start.
Well, I liked what I saw about the Panthers until that point, that pass misdirected out wide there from Travis Burns going down the short side. No, it's not. It's from Nathan Smith, just out in front of his man. I think it was going forward anyway. Good energy about them early, though. The Panthers, they know they were poor last week in getting beaten by the Roosters.
So what can Parramatta do with their first set? Justin Horro standing out of the scrum, taking the first hit up.
Get up quick at 12.
Now Matthew Keating comes to Manor.
2, move. Hold. No.
Here's Fui Moi Moi. Has his first run for the evening. What a battle it will be. Fui against Petro Civoniceva. You can throw in Sam McKendry as well. They are sure to meet. Now Luke Burt wearing 2, playing 1. And didn't he have some fine stats last week in that position? Here's Hindmarsh, his first carry. The last here for Parramatta. Jared Hayne giving the ball long, and like the opposition, going straight over the sideline. So both teams thinking they got a 14th man on the field, running the sidelines.
He had 3 options, and he took number 4. He had 3 players outside of him. Jared Hayne there. Would he go short? Would he hit the second man out, or maybe the winger, which I don't think was the best option anyway. Plenty of Panthers defenders out there. It's a good sign for them, but not the right option there for their temporary 5/8, can I say, Jared Hayne.
And you can't miss Penrith socks this evening, bright red. It's an initiative between the Panthers and Mission Australia. It's called Well Read, encouraging parents to read to their children. And having read Wacky Wednesday last night to my 4-year-old, I would like to endorse that wonderful initiative.
Very good.
And I should mention also, it's been a sick Saturday for Mark Braybrook. We wish Potsy a quick recovery. He's been bitten by a bad mosquito or something up there in Brisbane.
Tsetse fly might have got him.
But he'll be back tomorrow to call all the action from Canberra. We are certain. So Parramatta feel the kick from Penrith, deep in their own territory. Jared Hayne had to rush into acting half. There was no one there initially. Jordan Atkins gets to the 20. To play the ball was poor. In fact, it was illegal in the eyes of the referees.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to heel it back, though. You didn't heel it back. Cross ball, gents. Penrith ball.
You can hear the explanation. Jordan Atkins, the offender.
Yeah, he touched it with his foot and he stepped over it, but he didn't actually heel it back, as you heard the referee say.
Let's bring him up, boys. Seconds in.
Great opportunity here for Penrith to post first points.
Hold it for me, Jared. Hold it. Yeah, Brody.
They've been good defenders, Parramatta, in the first 20 minutes of games.
Luke, head in. There we go.
Held the opposition scoreless
Head in.
for the opening 20 in the past 2 and
Thanks, boys. In we go.
6 of the past 8.
Head in, gents.
Well, it won't happen tonight if they keep not completing their sets as they've done the first 2 times they've had the football.
Here's Jennings, back for the first time since round 13, which was also his 100th game. That was against the Gold Coast. Battled a hamstring complaint. Nigel Plum,
Hands out, boys. Hands out.
stopped by Manna and Moy Moy. Kingston sends play to his right. Travis Burns, Walsh now. Coote ran into a heavy tackle. It was 1-on-1. The 2 fullbacks, Hayne and Lachlan Coote. Now Petro ran onto an inside ball. Again, Petro and Moy Moy come together. Walsh across field. Burns goes short to Nigel Plum. Ryan Morgan was low and up high. Smith and Manna. Walsh chips across field. Racing through, the Penrith Panthers can't get near it. Marked in goal by Atkins, the man who didn't play the ball properly and put Penrith on the attack. To much delight, I'm sure, he diffuses the raid.
Yeah, nicely done. Parramatta under the pump there from the Panthers. Plenty thrown at them. Too slow now from Michael Jennings in that play, the ball. He's let the Eels off the hook. Yeah, just hanging around a little bit too long.
So Casey Maguire finds the sideline. 6 short of halfway. Steve Georgialis. What a dream head coaching debut he made. 2 straight wins. Defeat last week against the Roosters. Now Moy Moy drags a couple of defenders. Kevin Kingston and Plum. Jennings assisted to stop him. Now Hindmarsh across field. Haven't there been some words used to describe Nathan Hindmarsh this week? Likeable, loyal, tenacious, a tackler. You go on and on. Now Burt to Moy Moy, accelerating at the angle. A good tackle down low. It was Travis Burns. Now Maguire kicking across field. A wall of yellow run through.
Ted's here, boys. Ted's here.
Lachlan Coote comes up with the ball. And will play it 10 out from his line.
I've just noticed another change to the Parramatta attack. Of course, we've got Burt at fullback, Hayne at 5'8", but Ben Smith is playing on the right. I think he must be playing at lock, and Justin Horrow at left centre. So they play, their game is too different, and Ben Smith does play that role, but he was named in the centres. I'm just wondering if there's a penalty for the Panthers in the play the ball. I think why I saw Smith, and you don't see it that often, the 2 centres, 3 and 4 playing together, Smith and Morgan.
Well, Ben Smith showed great speed to run down Benji Marshall last start.
Yeah, vital play that was for the Eels.
Kingston fires it long straight away to Walsh. And tackled 5 metres into Parramatta territory. Here's Petro again. Moy Moy down low, Hindmarsh high. Keating in there as well. They go the same way in a roundabout fashion. And there's another shoulder coming in from Jared Hayne. He's nailed Travis Burns, and before that, Lachlan Coote. Of course, playing up in the defensive line in the 5/8 role this evening. Burns again. Tucks it back to Lewis. Now the kick and the chase. Lachlan Coote is fast, but back there to clean up Luke Burts.
Yeah, great play from both number 1s there. Lachlan Coote saw some space in behind, didn't have a lot of options outside. Nicely placed kick into the corner. The key was that it was always going to finish up in the in-goal area, and Burt had to play at it. He just gets to the line here, can't get the ball out to his wing, so next best option is to get it in the in-goal and force a repeat set. Burt got there, safely covers it up. Well, nearly kicked away from him there, didn't it?
He was outstanding in attack, Luke Burt, last week. 14 runs for 155 metres. 6 tackle breaks, 3 line breaks. But early tonight, used defensively or forced to deliver defensively. Kingston had McKendry on the charge. The ball comes back to Simmons, who promotes again. Walsh now offloading. It's Nathan Smith. Now to Lewis, stepping back and offloading. Walsh herring across field. Elected to bypass Plum. Here's Jennings at the angle. The offload to Simmons, a juggle and a put down in the corner. Well, he had to show a few tricks, David Simmons. The circus juggled before he got to ground. But a little bit of poise pays off for the Penrith winger.
Oh, some tricks from the bloke inside him too, didn't he? Put the pedal down to the metal there. Michael Jennings, when he got the football, the crowd, you could hear them go up. They knew that with some space, it was danger time for the Eels. So some offloads on the right-hand side of the park before Walsh eventually out the back or out the front there to Jennings. And he just was always going to be hard for Morgan to wrap him up. Nice bit of play there from the Penrith Panthers. They've had a bit of football in good attacking position in this first 10 minutes of the game. And they've, more importantly, come up with some points. The little step, the ball, nicely done. Oh, David Simmons, excellent work there. A tough one to take. Didn't see it until pretty late.
Etuate Wasili had come off his wing to pay attention to that man, Michael Jennings, who has scored only 1 try for the Panthers this season. He scored at least 12 in his previous 4 seasons. So way down, but if he can keep assisting in setting up tries like that, his coach will be happy, and surely sooner or later the dam will break and Jennings will get going with his own try scoring tally. But Travis Burns, 5 from 5 last week against the Roosters. This time it's up and it's over. Travis Burns, 22 from 22, 100% in 2011. And Simon Wolford, if Penrith are allowed to keep promoting the football, getting these offloads away, the Eels could be in for a long night.
Well, they scored on the left-hand side on this occasion. The Panthers threw a nice bit of work from Michael Jennings. But I expect the Panthers to really test Jared Hayne tonight. Last week, 14 tackles, 6 misses. They've already gone down there twice, but he's been up to the mark. He's come up and in, made the right decision and stopped the play through Coote.
Up and in a couple of times and up and in with some strong tackles.
And it's a really good point that Simon Wolford makes there. He's defending at left centre, so he's just inside of his winger, but his option mostly is to come up and in and cut the ball off. There comes a point where the playmakers are going to see that. A little ball in behind him, a little kick in behind, or a long pass or a second man play, and he might get caught out.
Petro gets the ball away there, the offloads I was talking about. And now Lewis threatens to do the same, takes the tackle from Atkins just short of halfway. Good metres out of acting half for Kingston. Stopped by Hindmarsh and Keating. And now McKendry accelerates. The last here for Penrith. After the try, Walsh goes high, kicking for the wing of Atkins, who is up and down safely once again.
He's a big tall thing, isn't he, Jordan Atkins? And if you can give him a clear jump of the football, I reckon he'd come up with it more often than not.
He had the nickname Air Jordan, didn't he, after that wonderful debut for the Gold Coast? Then didn't play a lot of footy for a couple of seasons, but here he is at Parramatta showing us why he earned that moniker, Air Jordan. Moy offloads to Casey Maguire. Maguire plays it on the last. Moy from acting half through a wobbly old ball towards Hayne, who kicks and goes straight to Lachlan Coote. Now Walsh to Adrian Purtell.
See, I don't know you, but I see Hayne get the ball at first receiver. The second receiver's Moy acting like there's a 5'8" that gives it to Casey Maguire, who gets tackled.
Heads out, boys.
There's a positional problem there, isn't there? I see. I mean, it just had to be Moy taking the ball at the line.